Cancer, welcome to your weekly horoscope for March 30th to April 5th, 2026. My name's Adina. I'm an intuitive astrologer. This is a big week for you around friendships, your future, your career direction, home and family matters, and a major moment of visibility and decision making about where your life is going next. This week is about your future, your direction, your career, your home, and the people around you. So let's get right into it. March 30th, we have Venus entering Taurus. This is activating your 11th house of friends, community, audience, social media, networking, and long term goals. When Venus enters Taurus, Venus is very comfortable here. And for you, Cancer, this is happening in your 11th house, which is one of the best houses for Venus to be in for opportunity and support. This is a period where you may grow your audience or grow your social media presence, meet helpful people, network, collaborate, make new friends, receive support. This could also be you receiving opportunities through other people or making money through social media or business opportunities. This could be you focusing more on your long-term goals and thinking about your future. This transit can also make you more visible online if you have a social media presence. This is a very supportive transit for opportunities through people. This is not a transit where you do everything alone. This is a transit where the right people find you. This is also a very good time to collaborate, network, post content, grow your platform, join groups or communities, make long term plans, and think about where you want to be in 5 years. This is a perfect time to reach out to people and collaborate. Don't isolate yourself this week. Share your work, or not even just week, while we have Venus and Taurus. Share your work, think long term, focus on your future goals, and accept help and support. Surround yourself with people who are aligned with your future. This is a future building transit. Then, once we get to April 1st, we have the full moon in Libra. This is activating your fourth house of home, family, living situation, and emotional foundation. Full moons bring endings, culminations, and clarity. For Cancer rising, this full moon is happening in your fourth house, which means something is culminating or changing in your home or living situation, possibly with your family or family members. This could also be your emotional world or your private life. Something's being brought to the surface. This is your foundation where you live and your sense of security. This can manifest as maybe you moving or thinking about moving, maybe changing your living situation in some way. This could be you having family conversations or changes within your family dynamic, setting boundaries with family members, or healing even from family dynamics. This could be you realizing where you want to live and realizing what home means to you. This could also be a really big emotional release, letting go of the past and closing a chapter connected to home and family. Because this full moon is opposing the sun in your 10th house, this is a home versus career full moon. This is asking you, where do you want to live? What kind of life do you want? What matters more right now, home or career? How do you balance both? What kind of foundation do you need to build a career that you want? This is a major life direction checkpoint. This is a perfect time to have the conversations with family. Think about your long term living situation. Think about where you want to build your life. Focus on your emotional security. Cancer, this is a perfect time to have those hard conversations with family members. Think about your long term living situation and think about where you want to build your life. This is also a really good time to focus on emotional security. Make decisions that support your long term stability. Don't ignore your emotional needs for career success. Build a life that supports both home and career. This full moon is about building the right foundation for your future. Then we get to April 3rd and we have Mercury trine Jupiter and also Venus square Pluto. This is a very important day for you, especially in terms of your future direction and the people around you. Mercury in Pisces forming a trine to Jupiter in Cancer is activating your ninth house and your first house. This is a beautiful transit for big decisions, life direction decisions, travel, teaching, publishing, learning, expanding your life, expanding your brand, expanding your reach. This can also be really good for opportunities. This could be also when you receive some good news. This is really good for confidence, making big plans, thinking about your future, rebranding yourself, or making a really big announcement. This can be when you make a big decision or you announce something. You could plan to travel or plan to go back to school, plan some type of business expansion. This could be when you decide what direction you want your life to go in. Now, Venus square Pluto is activating your 11th house and your 8th house. This is a deep and intense transit around friendships, money shared with others, business partnerships, investments, debts, taxes, financial support, also emotional bonds, power dynamics in friendships, outgrowing certain friendships, realizing who you can trust. This can also show up as financial agreements, contracts, and also boundaries with friends and business partners. This could be you ending a friendship or changing a friendship in some way, having money conversations with your partner. This could look like business partnership conversations or setting financial boundaries, receiving or paying money, paying off debt, paying off loans, talking about investments. This can also be when you realize who is truly supportive. And this can also bring up really deep emotional and trust conversations because of that 8th house influence. This is a good time for you to be honest about money, be honest about trust, set boundaries, don't ignore red flags, don't lend money without clear agreements, don't mix money and friendship without boundaries. This is not a good transit for that. Make empowered financial decisions, choose relationships that are built on trust and respect. This is a relationship and money transformation transit. Then we get to April 5th and we have the Sun in Aries squaring Jupiter in Cancer. This is activating your 10th house and your first house. And so this is a big one for you because Jupiter is in your sign. This is tension between your career, your direction, your reputation, your identity, your personal growth, and your future. You may feel like you're being pushed to step up or you're being pushed into something bigger. You're being asked to take on more responsibility or you're thinking about your future. You may also be thinking about your career direction and thinking about whether you're on the right path. This is where you're thinking about your public life versus your personal life. Squares to Jupiter bring growth, but they also bring pressure to grow. So you may have to step into a leadership role or take on more responsibility. You may have to make a really big decision at this time or change your direction in some way. You may have to go after something bigger or believe in yourself more. This is a time where you want to be careful of overcommitting, though, taking on too much, burnout, saying yes to everything. This is a time to think long term. Don't overcommit. Step into opportunities that align with your future. Believe in yourself. Be willing to grow, but grow sustainably, not by turning yourself out. This is a growth and direction transit. Cancer, this week is about your future goals, your friendships and networks, your home and family, your career and direction, trust and shared resources, big life decisions, growth and expansion, and stepping into a bigger version of yourself. This is a week where you are thinking about your future, making important decisions about home and career, and realizing who and what is truly aligned with the life you are trying to build. All right, Cancer, well, I hope this helps you navigate the energy for this week. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you align with my energy and enjoy my content, and I will connect with you in the next one.